So I'm wondering now how I help my son and guide my son with respect to romantic relationships with women. And the reason I'm worried because I've looked at issues to do with common female behavior, and I've explored these in depth in the Man Woman Myth documentary. The thing on my mind is I don't want to be negative in my portrayal of women. It's not as simple as that. There are issues with common female behavior which can be a problem in a man's life, and I don't want my son to experience those problems. So I'm really concerned that I won't be able to present women in a positive light. I don't want to be negative in my portrayal of women. It's not as simple as that. I think there are issues with the way men are treated in society, in law, and in social convention, in relationships with women. And it can be very unfair towards men. So I want to do my best to protect my son from negative outcomes when in a relationship with a woman. But there is also the fact that a relationship with a woman for a man in today's society is basically risky. And a man can find himself very hard done by as a result of a relationship going wrong. It's basically not easy for a man to have a relationship with a woman in today's society and be safe from risk of severe adversity because of the way society seeks to regard men as, I'm trying to think of a way to describe this. But the situation is that men are presented in a negative light, and women are regarded as being comparatively perfect. So it is difficult for a man to romance a woman in today's society without risk of him experiencing negative outcomes. So I want to help my son, and I'm wondering what I can advise him. How do I help him in life? I don't want to be negative in my portrayal of women. It's not as simple as that. I do want to make sure that my son looks at himself strongly and keeps himself safe from the negative outcomes that can often arise with relationships with women. So I want to do my best to help him. And for example, I want him to watch the Man Woman Myth documentary. I am concerned, however, that he will be affected by the films in the sense that he would regard women negatively. And again, this isn't as simple as that. The issue is how he protects himself. That's what I'm thinking. I want him to protect himself, protect his assets, protect his liberty. I want him to be wise, and I want him to understand the nature of women, and I want him to understand the treatment of men in today's society. I want him to guard himself and not assume that life is just about romancing a woman and then life will be good as a result. It won't always work out that way. I want him to realize this.